currency is not worth that much. This is the big idea. Everybody's scrambling over digital currency, blah, blah. I want Bitcoin to be a currency. It's not worth much, right? If I said to the richest guy in the world, Jeff Bezos, or Elon Musk now, if I said, hey, I have this little token and you can use it to buy coffee, and you don't have to pay 2%, to Visa. You can pay 1 Satoshi. Mm-hmm. How much of it you want to buy? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I can buy 0.0001% of my wealth. I would invest in that. I don't need that. It's no problem for me. If I said, oh, I have digital capital, it's returning 4 times the S&P index and twice the Magnificent Seven. It's going to generate 60% return. By the way, it's growing 3 times as fast as your company. How much of that do you want to buy?
All of it.
All of it. All of it. Okay.
How are you guys doing? This is Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, we're going to obviously be talking about Michael Saylor saying that digital currency is not worth that much, and why digital capital is worth everything, essentially. And with a little pushback from the interviewer, obviously just kind of yupping to what Saylor is saying there. So that's what we're going to talk about. Before I dig deep into it, I do want to say that for BCH Bliss 2025 in Slovenia, tickets are on sale in the description below. Make sure to get your ticket. We already have lots of tickets sold and a lot of great speakers, a lot of things to cover. I'll make future videos about that coming up here shortly. Ticket sales off to a great start. Excited for our second event. But yes, so Michael Saylor makes the claim that digital currency is not worth that much. And if to come in and hey, I can save people 2% off all of their payments is not worth that much. So let's dig into that. Michael Saylor, what the hell are you saying? So I heard that. I'm like, oh my God, what is the market cap? He says, oh, you can undercut Visa by 2%, and no rich person would want to put that much money into it. So you're telling me that currently no rich people own Visa stock? Visa has nearly a $700 billion valuation. They're one of many people in their field. You have Amex with a $250 billion market cap. You have MasterCard with a $100 billion market cap. You have Discover Card with a $50 billion market cap. You have Apple Pay, a multi-trillion-dollar company doing Apple Pay. You have Alipay, which is a multi-billion-dollar, I think $100 billion company or even bigger, offering payments. And all over the world, there is trillions and trillions of dollars in payments that a lot of wealthy people are already investing in. What the hell are you talking about? No rich person's going to want to put that much of their wealth into a tool that can undercut and undermine all of that. Totally disrupt a multi-trillion-dollar asset. What are you talking about? You're trying to come in and compete with store of value, which is a much, smaller market in a sense, if you're saying from a gold perspective. And you're saying that you've made claims in the past, Mr. Saylor, that 7 billion people, 8 billion people on earth are going to want to buy Bitcoin to store their value. But the fact is they can't afford to, because most of the people don't have enough money to afford the on-chain fees, because you made yourself such an unuseful digital currency. So I go back. So I think Michael Saylor should, instead when he talks to a rich person and give the value proposition, what if I could offer you a tool that is a digital currency and a store of value? That's the famous tweet that Gavin Andresen said years ago that he was working on. He said he was working on Bitcoin Cash since Bitcoin's inception. And that's what made Bitcoin a revolutionary product. It didn't come out and say, hey, I want to be a store of value. That was not the title of the Bitcoin white paper. It is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. What the hell are you talking about? I want to be, I don't know Michael Saylor personally. So I can't really judge the man by his character, but it comes off awfully like a grifter. Like you are obviously there to be a corporate voice to protect some large institution from being disrupted. Because what Bitcoin is a non-disruptive, nothing tool of an idea. It's just a way, it's honestly fearfully a Ponzi scheme. It's just waiting for future people to buy it, offering no utility and value. just being how are you just a store of value? Any other cryptographic chain can have your properties. You're just relying on selling to the next person to buy some, so yours goes up. That's not disruptive. The utility within cryptocurrency, being peer-to-peer electronic cash, is what made it so huge and what will disrupt the world. And it's just so sad to see the current state of the market, but it's also such a huge opportunity knowing these people have it so obviously wrong. Oh man, let me know your thoughts on the comment section. It makes me think. I don't know. I either Michael Saylor is just wrong in what he believes, or he comes off like a con man. Because con man is short for confident man, and he speaks with such confidence, and he is such a good salesperson. He's been a corporate CEO for 25 years. He's been pitching investors, and he's a professional at this. So he is going out on retail and giving these powerful, speeches. He's a hell of a salesman, but understands little in long-term economics, from what I can see, and also just like the true nature of what people need. I think he's only referencing, hey, this is something someone with the richest man in the world could buy. Fuck the richest person in the world. I really like Elon Musk. He's a great guy, but this is for humanity, dude. Like, you empower humanity. Like, this is not just some tool to get a really rich person to buy. This is a tool to bring more economic freedom and inclusion to the rest of the world. If I give a smartphone and an internet connection, I can now give banking opportunities to people around the world that don't have access to banks. With an internet connection and a smartphone, with Bitcoin Cash, I can now participate, if I'm living in a third world country, in the global financial system. Sorry, my hair's messed up. I'm wearing a hat. I need to get a haircut. I've just been working nonstop. But yeah, if you like the video, give a thumbs up. If you dislike it, hit the thumbs down. I don't even know if that still works, but yeah, what are we doing in crypto? Are we here just to show memes, or buy everyone to pump a coin up? Like, are we here to change the world? Come to BCH Bliss. Come help us change the world. This is what got me excited about Bitcoin about a decade ago. That's why I'm still excited about it today. And it's alive in Bitcoin Cash and Monero. And any other coin that wants to offer the ability for people to have cheap, sensorless payments and a store of value. I agree with that part of it, Mr. Saylor. But you're missing a huge part of what made Bitcoin so powerful and what made it great. And once you are no longer the best store of value in crypto, which you will not be, and which you haven't really been most years, you've not been the best place to store your value in crypto. In most years, many coins outperform you, and this year you are going to get cooked. If you're storing your value in Bitcoin, you will do better than the S&P 500 you reference. You'll do much better in most other currencies, as BTC dominance will continue to bleed over the long term. Which coins will win? You can be critical of Bitcoin Cash has lost value against BTC. I don't think that happens this year. Happened last year, didn't happen the year before. It's building very. I want to touch on one other thing before I finish the video. The VM limits upgrade is an improvement to the cash tokens, and this is where there's a lot more involved in the value of these cryptocurrencies, not digital money, whatever you're talking about. Is the advancements in DeFi, allowing more privacy tools to be built on top of through tokenization through Bitcoin Cash, to offer financial products and services within the chain. So one thing I'm super excited to see about, I think it's going to be massively disruptive in cryptocurrency, in particular Bitcoin Cash, and some other chains are starting to implement. But let's say I have BCH, right? I have I don't want to sell my BCH, a lot of it, to do something. I want to keep a lot of it, but I still want to access some of that capital, I can take 0% collateralized loans against my BCH. Like, think about that in principle. Like, so look at my house here. Like, I have equity in my house, right? And this, I think, is future tokenization, and someone will build the financial tool for this. But the whole banking system has the ability to be disrupted. Because why do I need to go and take a home equity line of credit against my house that I own and pay a bank 4, 5, 6, 7% interest? Why can't I use a DeFi tool to collateralize it and tokenize it and use the capital? What do I need a bank for? Cryptocurrency is rewriting the financial industry. It has the opportunity to massively disrupt it. And people like Michael Saylor are stopping that from happening. There's so many other financial tools that are going to get built throughout this ecosystem. It is massively disruptive. So take in the market caps of the banks, take in market caps of currencies, which is also over $100 trillion market, currencies, fiat currencies. It is, we're losing. We're not losing. Definitely a lot of people in the space have lost their way. And I think that we need to get this message out. If you like the video, agree with the sentiment, leave me a comment down below. Tell me where I'm right and where I'm wrong. Appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in my next one, and I'll see you at Bliss.